and welcome to Roger E. Carlson Fieldhouse for CTN's live coverage of girls high school basketball. It's the home opener for the Coon Rapids Cardinals as they host border battle conference rival Blaine Bengals. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro courtside for tonight's game, and a tough task ahead for these young Cardinals.
Yeah, Blaine comes in at 2-0. Pretty convincing wins in their first two games. They're a deep team. They're fortunate they get back an all-conference player in Mara Holly, who's going to be on a pitch count a little bit, but she's going to get the start. She got hurt in the 10th game of the year last year and missed the rest of that season. So that's a boon for this Blaine squad. Cardinals, we had to replace their entire starting lineup, Joe, as you know. And they had a tough one when they opened their season at Andover.
And the Bengals scoring about 70 points per game to start the season, leading the way, Caitlin Wozniak.
Yeah, Caitlin, as you see, 23-point average in her first two games. Yeah, she's also a track star as well, so she's a heck of an athlete, and the Cardinals are going to have their hands full with her this evening.
And on the flip side, you mentioned it, a whole new starting five and then some for the Coon Rapids Cardinals. A very young squad, very junior heavy. So just one senior on the roster, and she is still on injured reserve. Jakaya Palmer, nice start so far, 15 points in their lone contest against Andover. It was a lopsided loss, but talking to Coach Chris Bierman, he says, what I'm really looking for is, not necessarily how I do this week, last week, but how we do second time we see these teams. We're so far behind because we're so young and inexperienced, but these girls are learning fast, and we expect it to be a lot closer and a much different contest the second time we go through the conference.
Yeah, and that's something we'll look forward to seeing as the year goes on. But right now, a big test will start for these young Cardinals against the Bengals.
Rochelle Cooper, the other Cardinal that finished in double digits against Andover, is in the circle, but the tip easily won by the Bengals.
I think it's going to start on the defensive end for the Cardinals. They have to be tough all night long.
Holly driving down the lane, rolls it off the top. Rebound by Aaliyah Graham. She's on the run the other way. Underneath. McGrain a little further under than she thought.
Well, she looked like a travel, but they didn't call it.
Bengals back on the attack. Jansen had it poked away from her, but able to recover, and then gets the foul against Cooper. Wozniak driving left side of the lane, off the glass, can't get it to fall. Graham in a battle for the rebound. She's thrown to the ground, no whistle. Hustling for that rebound was Natty Berry. Bengals. Berry hits the short jump shot and starts the scoring for Blaine.
One thing Coach Bruce Stewart told me about Barry is that she's not the tallest girl, but her length is so good. She plays taller than she is.
Cooper lost the handle, recovered by Rakuski. Blaine quickly to the other end. Wozniak underneath, misses. Rebound, Holly, a jump shot, her first points of the season.
And again, you can see what is that Holly? No, I don't think that was Holly that made that basket.
Oh, it's Rosie Rakuski.
Yeah, it was
my fault.
Yeah. Those are her first 2 points.
That is Barry, or Holly's first points.
Yep. Blaine with a 6-2 lead and an assist by Mike DuPont. So he does it all. He's the PA announcer, he retrieves balls. And
Leah Graham will set up the Cardinal offense. Left side, Ja'Kiah Palmer thought about the shot. Goes baseline, draws the foul.
Yep.
Will go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, I think the Cardinals, if they're going to try and be successful tonight, they obviously have to keep this score close. They certainly can't let Blaine go on any runs, because Blaine's capable of doing that. They're going to see where the reach-in foul is.
So they gave a continuation, but then they say it was on the floor. So they inbound from underneath the basket. Shot is off the mark for Chloe Porish. Stays with it, pesters, but eventually it's out of bounds and Bengal ball.
Yeah, good job there.
Good passing end-to-end. Barry underneath. Can't get it to fall. Bengals have missed a couple in close already.
Yeah, they've missed at least 3.
Cooper quickly gets it to the other end. That pass does get through, although Jansen nearly had the takeaway. Graham the save along the baseline. Jump shot is in and out for Aubrey Casper. Bengals quickly to the other end. Jansen draws the foul. Will go to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, Jansen, the second leading scorer for this Bengal squad, 13.5 points a game in their first 2 contests. There you're going to see the drive to the bucket and the infraction.
First foul of the evening against Ja'Kiah Palmer. First free throw is good for Marley Jansen.
You know, we always talk about, too, Joe, is free throws are so important. They can win or lose you ball games. Holly, we talked about Holly being on a pitch count. She's going to be take a seat on the bench here after getting the start.
Brennan Cummings getting into the contest. The second one is off the mark for Jansen. Rebound by Palmer. She hits the jump shot.
Just nice job taking it to the defense, going to the rim, and that's what Coach Bierman has talked about.
A very quick answer for the Bengals. And it's 9-4. Palmer will kick it back up. Graham over for McGrane underneath the shot for Casper, rolls across the top of the rim. Bengals recover and on the run. Driving is Jansen and she scores.
Beautiful move for Jansen as she goes around Aubrey Casper. 7-point lead for Blaine and the ball now.
Solid defense ends up with 2 black jerseys on the floor, and Bengals on the run back the other way. Rutkowski nearly had it punched away, but then no, she's forced to travel. A good defensive stand by Cooper. Shania Horton in for Coon Rapids.
Coach Bierman said transition points will be important. In other words, the gap between the inbound pass and the bucket.
Wozniak pulls up and scores her first basket of the game. Oh, her second. Apologize. It's my
first year basketball game of the year.
First basketball game of the season, yes. Driving is Graham. It was underneath. Second effort won't fall. Great battle, though, underneath by Shania Horton.
They're going to call it on Jansen, I believe. Yep. That'd be her first. Team's second.
McGrane on the right wing. Up top. Will get it back from Graham. McGrane and Graham play catch again. Looking inside. Horton.
And
that's going to be Wozniak with a reach in.
Yep. That'll be her second. She'll take a seat on the bench.
Talked about it, depth for the Bengals.
Yeah, Alexis Earhart coming in for her. Yeah, he said that the head and role players have shown up in the first 2 contests.
Horton kicks it out. Porish's three is off the mark. Bengals able to save it. Down court, Jansen all alone behind the defense to lay it in.
Yeah, that's just not getting back on defense for the Cardinals. I know Coach Bierman doesn't care for that. I know he likes, he teaches a defensive style that you hustle. But it's early in the season.
McGrain finds room for the three, but it's short. Horton hustles for the rebound. Her pass is empty, though, taken away by Rakuski.
She couldn't find it. Blaine the Bengals had two players down court without any defenders near them.
Rakuski's pass, bobbled but controlled by Earhart. Her drive too high off the glass. And the rebound controlled by Aubrey Casper for Coon Rapids. Pass was tipped, taken away, and again, Jansen behind the defense will score all by herself. She's got 7.
Cardinals are going to call a timeout, and they need one at this point because they're not getting back on the defensive end. Blaine's taking advantage of transition basketball, doing a nice job of. I mean, if Joe, you think of those misses that they had underneath, it could be much greater than the 17-4 lead it is right now.
10 unanswered for the visitors, and that will lead to the decision to call the first timeout for the Cardinals.
There's head coach Chris Brustuen. Nice guy. I know you had a chance to talk to him a little bit before the game. I had a nice conversation with him today, earlier. And of course, Coach Bierman as well.
Yeah, a lot of optimism on that sideline for sure.
Absolutely.
And a very young program. Their entire freshman team is 8th graders with a couple of 7th graders. They've got one 7th grader listed on the varsity JV roster. So expect to get girls integrated to the program and up to speed as quickly as possible to continue this rebuilding process. Porish's three-point from the near corner won't go. Graham has the rebound, circles back to the lane, throws it up, comes up empty. Good effort underneath from Casper, but it's out of bounds to the Bengals.
She stepped out before she could bat the ball back in.
Jansen down the right wing. Has the edge on Graham, stops up, looks to pass. Up top is Earhart. Will put it on the floor. Running jump shot won't fall. She comes back to get her own rebound. Driving from the near side was Cameron Miles. That came up empty, but another offensive rebound and another opportunity, but as you mentioned, ends in a travel.
Cardinals would like to push tempo tonight if they can.
Three-point shot is
great job on the rebound.
Off the mark, but Cooper gets her own rebound.
Blocked. A little sloppy early on.
Oh, that was good defense too.
Yeah, it was good defense, but sloppy really by both teams in some turnovers. Things that I know coaches, it's early in the season, they'll clean up as this year goes on.
Jansen underneath on the give and go. Porish gets a block. Cooper recovers and carries down floor. Backed into the corner, had it ripped away by Cummings, but it'll be Cardinal ball. Palmer will inbound in the near corner. Good active hands. Alexis Earhart getting a hand in on the passing lane. Palmer, long three-pointer. It's off the rim. And the rebound by Rakuski, and then she turns it right back over.
Yeah, she knew it. As soon as it happened, Mara Holly back in, and Rakuski.
Will miscommunication, and they give a breakaway to Holly, and she will happily take those 2 points.
Yeah, she will. She increases the lead to 15.
Three-point attempt is off the mark.
Cardinals need a bucket.
Holly drops it in at the other end.
You can see why she can take over a ball game. She's got a hand on that one, but Cardinals able to hold it.
The Bengals running a 1-3-1.
Yeah, they'll run a 1-3 run, 1.5 court, and they'll they'll also they'll like to press on a 2-2-1 as well, but a lot of 1-3-1. They're playing half court defense.
Palmer looking to inbound, wants to make sure that communication is on point this time. McGrain has room, takes the three, it's short. Rebound is controlled by Berry. Quickly up court, Jansen sidesteps the pressure, shot off the glass, gets her own rebound. Miles kicks it out. Holly for three, that won't go. Berry another rebound. Takes it back to the paint, kicks it up top. Good reach by Cooper, pokes it away, gets free. The foul at the other end as she took it up strong against Cameron Miles. She will get the foul and go to the line to shoot two.
Now these are the opportunities you have to make these free throws. A great defensive play. Again, tries to take it to the hole.
First one off the mark for Rochelle Cooper. Missed them both. Berry has the rebound. Just like that, the Bengals on the run the other way. Cummings into the corner. Miles puts it on the floor. Baseline, lost the handle, able to recover, kicking it out. Holly has to come back to it. Bumped there by Porish. And Porish going to be called by the for the foul.
Yep. So that's her first, team third.
A little more than midway through this first half, and it's been all Bengals, a 21-4 lead. Porish, another strong defensive play, and she's able to tie it up against Holly. Where's the possession area?
Yeah.
New digs, or new setup here at Roger E. Carlson Field. Now, of course, we got the new floor.
We did it.
We
like
of course had it, we were able to see it during the volleyball season, obviously, installed over the summer. But to further kind of set themselves apart, the girls basketball team will have the benches on the far side, scores table on the far side this season. Normally, the possession arrow is right in the middle of the scores table, but it is not.
It's not. Where'd it go? I'm going to have to talk to Mike Dupont about that. He's got to know. It's in his garage.
Inbound goes to Berry. Berry goes up, took a bump, but no call. Cooper gets the rebound, races to the other end, and draws another foul. Has yet to score, but has been able to force a couple of fouls. Leah Graham backs out, looks back in, kicks it out. Cooper to the baseline. Too much, got her own rebound. Porish for three, that's off the mark.
The Cardinals need a bucket.
Rebound by Miles. Miles will run coast to coast. She gets the foul at the other end, and will go to the line to shoot two. This one's going to go against Aaliyah Graham.
So that'll be her first, team fourth. Bengals with 5 team fouls. Cummings with 2 for the Bengals.
Miles misses the second. Ja'Kiah Palmer secures the rebound. The other end, left-handed shot comes up short. Great save by Horton. Palmer thought about the three. Instead, a good look underneath. Porish kicks it back out. Cooper can't secure it. As it's bobbled with Holly's hand in the way. Driving at the other end is Miles. She gets another foul and will go to the line to shoot two more. And that's going to go against Aaliyah Graham as well.
Two quick ones on her, and that's the team's fifth. The Blaine, the Bengals want to transition, want to run quick. Watching Coach Bristuen over there telling his players to get down more quickly if they can.
Miles again hits the first. And she hits them both. A 20-point lead for the Bengals.
You can see the depth of the Bengals. I mean, they move players in and out.
Aubrey Casper back on the floor for Coon Rapids. Leah Graham. Give it to Palmer, left wing. Cross court, too tall for Cooper. Out of bounds, a turnover back to Blaine.
Yeah, these are those are the kind of mistakes that a young team will make. We talked about how the Cardinals are young. Just the one senior.
Holly not able to convert in the lane. Coon Rapids, a lot of bodies underneath. Good to see not giving up the multiple looks. They're able to secure the rebound. Now to convert at the offensive end. McGrain gets it over for Cooper into the middle. Shot won't fall for Casper. Got her own rebound. Cooper, good battle to get the rebound. Kicked it out, but it's taken away by the Bengals, and a double dribble called as Earhart scooped it up looking to pass and then tried to put it back on the floor. And
well,
you don't get to do that.
She waited a little too long to pass. She had a player on the wing with no defender there. She just waited it just a little bit too long, causing her that double dribble.
Holly tapped it away and then goes to the floor to battle with McGrain. And
good hustle there. Gets the Cardinals the ball. Well, under 7 minutes remaining here in the opening half.
Graham back up top to McGrain. Palmer, three-point look. Will not fall. Tipped away by Rikuski, but out of bounds, and it'll be Cardinal ball. And another errant pass, another turnover.
A lot of turnovers. Pressure defense by the Cardinals, trying to force another Blaine turnover.
Jansen working against McGrain, gets over the timeline. Gets a pick from Barry. McGrain recovers and gets a block. Forces the turnover. Cardinals push it up court to her on the right wing. Backs away from Jansen. Jansen got a hand in. She recovers. McGrain back up top. Palmer underneath. Casper turns. And it goes all the way around the rim, but out. And then out off of Cooper with a good effort on the baseline, looking for the rebound.
Cards can't buy a bucket.
I
mean, that
should have gone in every part of the rim that it could have. but could not find the nylon. And then Barry, a good effort, or Cooper, good effort on the rebound and just could not come up with it.
Yeah, Ballmer with that nice pass to get that opportunity, but unfortunately the Cardinals couldn't convert.
Cooper doing a good job of staying. And then it's called for the foul. That's hard for her not to be dejected. She played really good defense against Jansen, and then after the switch got a little bit too aggressive on the body, but for all the Cardinals, really, tough not to be discouraged down big. But this is going to be an offensive foul, I believe, against Wozniak.
No, it's on the Cardinals.
You're going to call it against Casper.
That's her first, team 7th. She'll go to the line.
Just a sophomore, obviously getting a fair amount of varsity PT. It did not look to me like she shuffled or moved her feet, but I'm biased, they say. Cardinals get the rebound off the miss. Other end, McGrain pulls up, shot is short. Rebound controlled by Earhart. Bengals push it up court. Wozniak's pass tip, Barry right there, but could not hang on. And the Bengals turned it over.
Well, and then the Cardinals defensively just getting some hands in the passing lane and causing that turnover. Been stuck at 24-4 for a while.
Palmer to Graham on the run, kicks it out. 3-point in and out for Cooper. Hustle rebound for Jansen.
It's a kick.
Well, she did try to dribble it between her feet. I mean, at what point is it a kick, and at what point is it just mis-dribbling it onto someone's foot? It's another foul against Casper at the other end, and Barry will go to the line to shoot 2.
That'll be her second. Team 8th.
I'm sorry, it's not Casper that is the sophomore. It's Rochelle Cooper who is the sophomore.
We'll get to know the roster. A lot of changes.
Get it figured out eventually. What game is this?
Field hockey.
It's a touchdown if they get it between those.
Field hockey.
That iron thing, right?
2 minutes in the box.
And you feel shame. And then you are free. Couple of misses for Barry, but a rebound for Earhart. And another offensive rebound for Kuski, but then just a little miscommunication thrown away out of bounds.
Yeah, she thought
turned right back over. Thought Barry was going to dip back underneath.
Yep, she thought it would cut to the basket. Not on the same page.
Just over 5 minutes remaining in the first half. It's 24-4. Blaine Bengals. Cardinals have not put a point on the board in quite some time.
No.
17 unanswered Blaine points.
Yeah, the Bengals have have had a tough time scoring as of late. I mean, they certainly have built up a nice 20-point lead, but they've been sitting on that for a little bit.
Graham kicks it out. McGrain for 3. That won't go. Rebound tip controlled by Wozniak. On the run, all alone, will put it home with the left hand. Palmer quickly to the other end, draws a foul, and will go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, you got to make your points from the stripe here. Earhart called for the infraction. Team 6th.
Maybe you need to quit saying how important their free throws are.
I'm just gonna be quiet.
And the Cardinal drought continues with a pair of misses from the free throw line. 4:28 to go first half. Rikuski left side. Spins back to the right hand, won't go. Cooper, good battle for the rebound.
The Cardinals are just, they're getting the rebounds, limiting to the shot opportunities, but they just can't do anything offensively.
Graham throws it up, can't get contact, can't get the rim. Bengals at the other end, Wozniak. Three-pointer won't go. Barry, the rebound. She puts it back up, won't fall. Wozniak, the rebound. Great flying steal by Aaliyah Graham. Jakaya Palmer. And they're going to call her for the offensive foul. Getting there to draw the charge was Jansen.
Yeah, Jansen did a nice job of making sure, looked to me anyway, that those feet were planted. Tough to see as an official if those are planted or not.
It's early in their season.
Yep.
Three-pointer off the mark for Rikuski from the top of the key. It will go out of bounds right in front of the Coon Rapids bench, and they will have a throw-in from there.
No, they said it went off a Cardinal.
I'm not quite sure I agree.
No, our truck says it went off the Bengal player, but officials didn't see it that way.
And theirs is the only opinion that matters.
Exactly. Theirs and Hennon's. Is it a walk? Is it a walk?
No, you can call it an offensive foul. No, I think he's actually right.
Yeah.
That was off the fingertip of Chloe Porridge.
Yeah.
Cross court, good look underneath from Palmer. Porsche's shot won't go. Battles to get a rebound back. Now Palmer drives, throws up an errant one. Tracked down by McGrain. McGrain spinning against a couple of Bengal defenders. Throws it up. Graham able to come back to it.
Double dribble.
3 minutes remain in half number one. Miles working against Graham to get across midcourt. Hands it off to Cummings. Cummings is a little late, started to move to the other side. Barry is going to be called for the offensive foul. Good take from Jakaya Palmer.
Yeah, there's parts of defensively that Coon Rapids, they're doing well. I mean, they're limiting shot opportunities. They're drawing turnovers. They just can't get their offense moving at this point. There's another turnover.
Jumping the passing lane, Cameron Miles. Barry, turnaround jump shot off the glass and in.
Good play.
Cooper boxed in, plays it out off of the foot of Alexis Earhart. Graham kicks it back out. McGrain to the corner for Porritt. Defense gets there quickly. Palmer an open look. That three-pointer is off. Cooper got the rebound and then smartly again plays it out off of Rikuski this time.
Yeah, 2 times down, so far down this trip.
I've been pretty impressed with the way she plays.
Yeah.
A lot of hustle, a lot of heart.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, like I said, defensively, they're playing fairly well, but things like that happen, and now you got 3-on-1.
Palmer playing with Graham playing with a couple of fouls, and good hustle back again by the sophomore Cooper.
One thing I've
to
noticed
assist and force that travel.
There was a 3-on-1. I mean, they wait too long to distribute the pass. Allows the defense to catch up.
Cummings gets up, gets the steal. Jansen behind the defense, can't convert. Rebound by McGrain.
She had to try to adjust her body mid-trip.
Cooper driving, gets the foul. Will go to the line to shoot 2. And I think especially this late in the first half, they've done pretty well on fouls. They're going to make Coon Rapids earn each and every point.
Oh, yeah. Ninth team foul.
That was foul number
9.
Number 9.
Number 9. How many does Blaine have? They have number 9.
Number 9. Another miss for the Coon Rapids Cardinals at the free throw line. And there's their first made free throw. That's the first point in about 12 minutes. I'm hearing 13 minutes even. Three-pointer is good for Ja'Kiah Palmer.
The last 4 points for the Cardinals.
And a travel, they're going to get that ball right back. It's a large hole to try and dig out of, but trying to string some things together here right at the end of the first half. Graham got in the middle, tried to pass, lost the handle. Palmer scoops it up, draws the foul, and will go to the line. That'll be foul number 10, so it will be a 2-shot foul for Ja'Kiah Palmer.
And a lot of infractions on both sides tonight in this first half. It's Earhart's second personal.
Palmer able to hit them both. Cardinals into double digits. Blaine quickly to the other end. A three-pointer off the mark for Earhart. Out of bounds to the Cardinals.
Again, just another one and done trip down for the Bengals. Cardinals with a little under about 50 seconds remaining, trying to see if they can continue to cut into this lead. There was 24 at one time.
That pass taken away by Miles. Jansen will pull up. Her shot off the mark. Graham there to get the rebound.
That's
trying to force it down court. And out of bounds, turns it over back to the Bengals.
But again, just a limit to one shot, get the miss and get the rebound, but unfortunately they can't.
Well, and Leah Graham, we've seen her back a couple of different times, outnumbered, but getting herself in the right position. Able to get the rebound that time. Kukowski can't get it to fall. Another rebound by Graham. Got it to Porsche, and here is Ja'Kiah Palmer. Graham had it poked away. They're going to get it back to Jansen. Behind the defense alone is Earhart for the basket. And that is the sound of the horn to end the first half. Little spurt,
able to get their lead back to 20.
But still a very big lead for the visiting Bengals. We'll see if Coon Rapids is able to play a tighter second half. We'll take a break. Be back with more from the Fieldhouse after this on CTF. Back at the Roger E. Carlson Fieldhouse, Blaine Bengals a healthy lead as we get to the break. They set the tempo early and they really never looked back. A lot of uncontested baskets at the Cardinal end of the floor off fast breaks. Just moving it end to end very, very well. Cardinals baskets in the first half, few and far between. There was a point there during that half where it was 21 unanswered points for the Blaine Bengals.
What kind of
stretch of over 13 minutes?
Yeah,
the home team was silenced.
And you know, Blaine had a lot of opportunities. They couldn't convert either down at their end. I mean, they built that 20-point lead up, or almost 24 points, I think, at one time.
Yep.
And they just kind of sat there for a while. I think it was 28-4, I believe, at one point. And you know,
and then the Cardinals had their little spurt of 6 points in about a minute late in the half to cut that lead, and then Bengals got the last bucket of the half on yet another fast break. And you mentioned it, Blaine had a number of in close looks that just didn't fall. Could have opened that lead up even larger, even earlier.
Well, and I'm sure Coach Bruce Doohan talked to his girls about, you know, we're dominating the score. I mean, it's only a 20-point lead. It could be much greater. Cardinals, but the Cardinals got a little bit of a spurt at the end of that first half. We'll see how, as you mentioned, we'll see how that affects this game coming in to start the second half.
Bengals have the first possession. Wozniak working against Palmer, finds the left side of the lane, can't get it to fall. Barry flies in for the rebound, pressured by Cooper. Cooper able to avoid getting called for a foul. Wozniak back up top for the Bengals as they reset the offense. Right side for Jansen. She works against McGrain. Holly in the post, punched away and recovered by Jakaya Palmer.
Yeah, as soon as she got the ball, double teamed.
Tried to fire down the seam for McGrain and just not able to control it. And they turn it back over. Rukuski into the front court. Left side will bring it back up top, watched by Graham. This is Wozniak, and now Barry up top, working against Cooper. Inside, Rukuski able to get it down over Aaliyah Graham.
Yeah, nice work getting it inside. Early timeout by the Cardinals. I think Coach doesn't, so he sees something he doesn't like and wants to get that corrected here before this half gets going a little bit further. Coach Meerman.
Third season.
Yep, making sure that his girls are all on the same page.
Came in knowing it was not just a rebuild, but a start from scratch, restart the culture.
Yep.
Able to have a little bit of success last season, but that was a large senior class that they lost.
Yeah, it's a whole different look.
Now back to starting over in some respects.
Yeah, a whole different look on the floor for them, quite obviously, than a year ago.
And they've got some pieces that did get some time last year.
Yep,
certainly saw Aaliyah Graham and
Palmer.
Jakaya Palmer.
Yep.
Chloe Porish even a little bit. All of the sophomores last year.
Nice pressure by the Cardinals.
Full court, but able to get out of it, and then Barry. Little hop, and she knew it as soon as she came back down. McGrain down the left wing underneath. Porish waits for traffic to clear and scores.
Yeah, again, they needed that kind of a bucket. And then just solid D by the Cardinals, really pressuring Blaine, trying to take them out of their game.
Rukuski gets across midcourt. Cuts back along the far sideline, and Graham going to be called for the foul.
That'll be her third.
A little too aggressive on the body. It's a tight line to try and walk between being aggressive and pressuring on defense and committing the foul. Holly trying to
call Porsche on that?
Crash from the baseline or from the corner, and fouled by, not sure if they call,
yep, they
do.
3.
Yep, they did. Second foul on Porsche.
Oh, nice look.
Quick inbound, the rebound, the shot wouldn't go for Rikuski. Barry, another rebound. She's got to be at or very near double digits. She has really hustled underneath for the Bengals. Driving is Wozniak, won't go. Another rebound for Barry, that won't go. Rebound tipped around. Cooper had it momentarily, and then it spurts out to Porish. Graham had her pocket picked by Wozniak. Back the other way, drives right at Palmer, and Palmer gets the stuff, the tie, and the steal, thanks to the possession arrow.
Which is now in the gym. It was missing in the first half. They had Mike DuPont had to send somebody home to get it to his garage and get it.
Great defensive play right there from Jakaya Palmer.
Yep. And we've seen that here tonight. We've seen some really nice defensive play by the Cardinals.
And now the Bengals coming out with a full court trap. And a smart play by McGrain to play it off the leg and out.
McGrain, a transfer this year from North St. Paul.
Palmer able to save it.
Wow. Hustle, great hustle.
Palmer, long three-pointer is off the mark. Tipped away by Holly and secured by Jansen. Rikuski driving right down the lane, and she will get the roll. Her second basket of this half. She's got all 4 of Blaine's points. Cardinals at the other end, a little too much on that pass. It hit the rim. Bengals recover it. Quick passing to the other end. Wozniak can't convert. Holly gets the foul and will go to the line to shoot 2.
Then on Palmer. That's her third.
So Palmer and Graham both with 3. A couple of fouls each for Cooper and Porish. Holly hits the first.
Casper back in for Cardinals.
Holly hits them both. She's got 8 points. Graham ahead. Horton in and scores.
At that, there's no defense, nobody there to trouble her. She gets the easy bucket.
Barry, good hands to get in, tie up Jansen. And get another tie up, I suppose, since the possession arrow favors the Bengals. Bengals will keep it, but wins that possession arrow back. Either way, any way you slice it, good defense. Inbound Rikuski, she's bumped. And we'll go to the line to shoot 2. That's foul against Amari Royal.
Yeah, Amari just coming into the game. 4th team foul on the Cards.
First one off the mark for Rikuski. Missed them both. Apparently there was a lane violation against Coon Rapids. So 3rd attempt for Rikuski. Won't make that one either. Holton up for the rebound. Hands off for Cooper. And McGrane will handle it. Cross midcourt, left side. Holton cuts to the middle. Gives it off to Cooper, and now Graham. Graham's cross-court pass gets through McGrane. Wanted to go underneath. It was well guarded. Graham finds her way through the traffic and scores.
Oh, she's really a nice job of throwing that shot up and getting it to fall. 36-16.
Wozniak, top of the key for the Bengals, will put it on the floor, get past Casper and score.
And she was
wanted to foul as well.
She was pleading her case to the official, but he wasn't buying it.
Three-pointer for Graham off the mark. Another rebound for Barry.
Boy. Long
down court. Wozniak all alone. Took about 8 steps, but since she was all alone, they didn't hold her to it. There's probably room to put one quick dribble on the floor.
Quite 8, but it was close.
No, it was a shuffle step more than 2. Good steal from Jansen up court. Wozniak quickly to the basket underneath. That time didn't have room to make any steps.
Yeah, Wozniak has a dozen.
McGrane is fouled. It's going to go against Marley Jansen. Her second. Graham cross court. McGrane backs away from the defense. Bengals swarming. They really move well in that zone. Make it very difficult on the edges to find room or passing lanes. Wozniak gets in the passing lane, then saves it. Graham gets the steal, the basket, and the foul.
Yeah. With a great move to the bucket. That's her 4th point of the night. Looking to see if she can add to her total here from the stripe.
Her third personal, second team foul. To line for the Cardinals.
So that's Barry's 3rd personal. They certainly need her as a bounding force.
The extra one is in and out for Aaliyah Graham. Bengals quickly to the other end. Double team comes, and timeout called by the Bengals. This Alexis Earhart, I think. There it was Brianna Cummings.
Yeah, she got caught
in the corner.
Yep. You know, the Blaine has a sizable lead, quite obviously here, but I think Coach Brustuin probably is not totally happy with the effort from his squad here so far tonight.
Offense getting a little bit better start here in the second half. 8 points.
Yep.
We're not quite 6 minutes in. You see the reaction from Coach Brustuin on that Wozniak drive. There was maybe some contact that Coon Rapids got away from.
Yep.
Or away with.
Yep.
Cummings fakes the shot, gives it back to Jansen in the corner. It's
That's a lot.
Holly, and
yep.
she knew it as soon as she did it as well. Her first game back, as you talked about, since about mid-season last year.
Yeah, just 10 games in.
McGrain cross for Palmer. Back to McGrain. Looking for Graham, creeping in on the back door, nearly out of bounds, able to fire it back to Palmer. Three-pointer won't go, long rebound. Holly on the run to the other end, and it's going to be an offensive foul. They're going to call Alexis Earhart for interfering with Jakaya Palmer, trying to get over to defend.
That was the right call. So that's Earhart's third personal. So she and Barry have 3 apiece for the Bengals.
McGrain's pass tipped by Holly, gets through to Palmer though. Kicks it back out. Graham cross court, McGrain into the corner. Porish back to McGrain, steps in. Her 17-footer is in and out. Rebound tipped out of bounds, but that foul is going to be called against Aubrey Casper.
A little contact. So that'll be her second. Team 5th. I'm sorry, her third. Team 5th. Cardinals have 3 players with 3 fouls.
Cummings kicks it out. Shot off the mark for Barry. Rebound by Palmer, or by Graham rather. Looking underneath for Casper, too tall. And the Cardinals turn it over again. Pressure forces a bad pass. Palmer takes it over for Coon Rapids. Graham steps up on the wing, now kicks it over for Porridge. She traveled. She hit the 3 though.
She did hit the 3, so we'll see what they come back to her in that situation from that spot on the floor.
Holly working against the pressure, coughed up. Jakaya Palmer gets the steal and draws the foul. Will go to the line to shoot 2. That's a good heads-up play. Good defense, and then understanding the situation and knowing that she's going to get a foul. If she throws it up, she gets 3 throws. It's exactly what she did.
Very smart. First foul on Holly. Jansen back in for the Bengals.
Palmer able to hit the first.
In the game, guards number 22, Rochelle Cooper.
Rochelle Cooper back on the floor with her 3 fouls for the Cardinals. Oh, 2 fouls, sorry. Palmer hits them both.
Big free throws. Got to get your points.
Wozniak into the paint, throws it high off the glass and in.
The Bengals answer quickly. She has 14.
Palmer for 3. That one won't go. The rebound by Cummings. She'll carry it up court. Pull up for a 3-pointer of her own. Well off the mark. Barry out of nowhere comes in between 3 Cardinals and able to tie up Cooper. Cardinals will have it on the possession arrow, but 3 Cardinals in good position, and Barry still finds a way in to tie up.
Well, as you said, her, you know, we're not keeping track of her rebounds, but she's got a whole bunch of them tonight.
She does. Palmer, another 3-point look. This one's good. She's in double digits with a dozen. Jansen working against Graham, kicks it back out. Miles. With Porish defending, gives it off to Jansen, will give and go. Miles gets the foul, will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah,
Porish picking up her 3rd.
Bengals trying to work that underneath game.
The third personal 16 foul.
Miles has struggled from the free throw line. She missed all 3 last time after a lane violation by the Cardinals. Got her an extra look.
Got that one.
McGrane, left side for Cooper. Palmer will penetrate. Ball tipped away out of bounds. Cardinals keep it. 19 on the shot clock. McGrane steps in. That shot will roll off the rim. Rutkowski the rebound. And she is tied up. 3 Cardinals surrounding her. And that'll be a steal for the Cardinals.
Oh, do they?
He said it was a tie-up. Possession arrow.
Yeah, it's favoring them, but
apparently overruled. Not sure what the ruling was.
oh, nice move to the bucket.
Jansen with a spinorama inside to score on the scoop.
She has 9.
Cardinals a miss. Bengals right back on the attack. Jansen throws it up with the left hand. Rebound tipped away. Recovered by Rutkowski. Able to get it to Miles. And Miles is going to end up getting the foul here as Cooper stayed patient. Had the play on the ball. That'll be second for Cameron Miles. Shania Horton back in the action for the Cardinals. Will inbound for Callie McGrane, right side. Jakaya Palmer draws the double team. Fires it underneath, taken away by Jansen. Low post, Wozniak gives it back outside. Driving is Miles, had it ripped away by Jakaya Palmer. Graham on the run, McGrane right wing. Into the corner, Horton. Palmer will take the 3. This one won't go. Rebound Horton. Kicks it out. Graham through traffic. Can't get it to fall. Horton another offensive rebound.
Yeah, she's really good on the boards right now.
She's long.
She's got the length.
Graham can't get through the traffic that time. Ahead for Wozniak. And she will get fouled, and the ball is stuck.
Oh, I thought somebody put the game on pause.
The fourth personal 17 foul.
That may have jammed it in there even more.
Yeah.
There she goes.
Oh,
and she
it's a
scored.
bucket.
That's 2 for the ref. They only need one of the balls to stay on the floor.
That puts her at 500
You
points.
want this one, that one?
That puts her at 500 points for her career.
Easy for you to say. Choked up about it.
It got me excited.
Wozniak hits the first. Well, the Cardinals have done much better.
They have.
certainly in this second half. A little more than midway through. Wozniak able to hit them both. But it's 19-13 in the second half.
Much better.
We talk about it a lot, especially when you have those rough starts, you get into big holes. We talk about, you know, win a quarter, win a half, win a period, what have you. And, you know, down 20 coming in, that had to be the mindset, and the Cardinals have definitely performed better here in the second half. Rutkowski able to score despite the foul on McCrane. She will have an opportunity for the three-point play. And she will knock it down.
That's her 9th point of the night. They'll start to open up a little bit bigger of lead.
Pass underneath. Porish had to get through her hands, tried to save, but right to the Bengals at the other end. Rutkowski put a little too much on it. Nope, that was Holly. Didn't Holly have a braid in earlier? That's not fair.
Yeah.
You can't change your hairstyle mid-game. Next thing you know, I do recognize shoes too.
Right, I do that. They're going to start changing shoes on you.
That's what I was just going to say. Because I was pretty sure that, you know, she and Rutkowski, Holly a little bit taller, but they both have about the same color hair, about the same length. Pretty sure that hers was in a braid earlier, and now it's certainly not. Kind of the way I've told Jansen and Wozniak apart, again, about the same height,
right?
Relatively similar build, similar style to their game, how they run. One's got a braid, one's got a straight pony. I don't have to see the number, which can sometimes be obscured, obviously. But I digress until it becomes an issue again. Horton throws it up and over. Cardinals able to get the rebound. Cooper then tied up. Cooper and Barry have had a great battle underneath, really at both ends of the floor for just about every rebound when they've been on the floor. And I think Barry holds the edge.
I think so as well.
As I said earlier in the first half, talked about, I really been impressed with Cooper's game. Three-pointer is good for McCrane.
That's her first points of the game.
She has
points
she has 5.
That's right. That's right.
She had the first points of the game for the Cardinals. Barry will put it on the floor, try and get around Porish. Porish got a piece of it. The recovery by Cooper. Cooper will take it on the run, punched away, tried to save it. Ball still loose. Scooping it up is Jansen. Gets to the other end, tries to go through the pressure of Horton. Didn't work out. A little chaotic back and forth, and it ends up with a Cardinal turnover.
Yeah, a little bit too much on it. A little too much hot sauce.
6:11 to go. It's a 52-26 Bengals lead. Cummings right side for Wozniak. To Rutkowski, cutting inside, cuts back, gets another foul against Porish, plus the basket. And Rutkowski into double digits.
Yeah, just a nice move down the lane. Able to keep herself under control in order to get the basket and pick up the foul, an opportunity for a three-point play.
And after like 3 straight misses, I think she's hit her last 3, including the 2 3-point plays. She's got the last 6 for Blaine.
Yeah, she has a dozen.
McGrane left side for Graham, back to McGrane up top. Cooper right side. Wozniak jumps the pass, but going to be called for the foul.
Yeah, looks surprised. It's going to be her fourth. 17th foul. So let's see if the officials going over it too.
That's going to be her fifth. They added a technical foul for the aghast expression. Apparently, I didn't see her say anything.
She didn't. I'm a little surprised they called that.
That's
you know,
that's a tough way to get fouled out.
Yep.
Coach Brustuen getting an explanation.
We'll take another look at that. There's the foul. I don't know what she said, what she did that would get her a technical.
I don't know, but McGrane just hit both of the free throws for the tech.
They'll take it. Cardinals will make sure they take it.
And McGrane will go 4 for 4 from the free throw line there.
Coach Brustuen still getting an explanation.
Trying to understand, and obviously not over there. I couldn't see. What I could see did not look like her mouth really moved. She was agape, to be certain, and clearly disagreeing with the call, but that alone.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a surprise reaction. I don't know how you call it technical on that. I mean, if she said something, that's one thing.
And even if she says something, it's got to be something egregious, my opinion, to get a tech fall and get booted. Horton wasn't quite ready for that, but able to get it, unfortunately, then it commits the turnover. But yeah, surprising to say the least. But a 25-point lead for the Bengals.
Another foul.
This one's going to go against McGrane.
That's her second 10th team foul.
So Wozniak able to smile now over on the bench. A little bit easier when you're up 25 to foul out. I believe she finished with 16 points.
She did.
Leading all scorers. Jansen able to hit them both. Palmer steps up, shot is short, another rebound for Barry. And now Alexis Earhart into the front court for the Bengals, met by Casper. Gives it up to Barry. She hits the floor for the second time in the last 10 seconds. Sacrificing life and limb for team. Jansen drives, takes a couple of hacks, gets herself back to the charity stripe.
Shania Horton called for the infraction.
In the game, Cars number 3, Chloe Porsche, number 22, Rochelle Cooper.
Porsche and Cooper back in. Jakaya Palmer continues to play with her 4. Jansen hits another free throw.
She has a dozen.
Palmer trying to cut between a couple of defenders, was relieved of the ball, scooped up by Barry, and now ahead for Jansen. She's got 2 more.
Leads up to 30.
Grain to Graham on the baseline. Her shot is off the mark. Palmer can't get the second shot to go. Earhart got it ahead to Cummings, and she got tripped up. Tangled feet with Cooper. Cooper's going to be called for the foul, her third. Just over 4 minutes to go. This will be a 2-shot foul for Brianna Cummings. Cardinals going to put some ice on her before that second free throw attempt.
Yeah, Cameron Miles just checked into the lineup. I don't know if she's played any minutes yet tonight, but she's just a freshman.
She's been all over the place, man.
Has she?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the one thing I'm impressed with Blaine is they shuffle in a number of different players.
Miles.
Red rocket out.
Miles may just have the 1 point, I think. Had a free throw.
Is that maybe? Okay.
Time ago.
No, she hasn't had a lot of minutes.
She had 2-3 free throw, all on free throws in the first half. So she's got 4 points.
Yep. Nonetheless, freshman.
Are you sure there?
No, I'm looking at the position. It's my first game, too. She's a forward, not a freshman, but
she's
a junior. Okay, so my bad.
she's been in
she's
about half
she's
of the
played
game.
30 minutes, so yeah, so it just shows you how much I'm paying attention.
Cummings able to hit the second after the free throw.
Oh well, it's okay. I'll get better as the season goes on.
You're just in time to
For playoffs.
Yeah. By the time we get good, the season will be over. And then we'll go through the whole thing.
Year?
We'll go through the whole growth process again the following fall to winter to spring. Three-pointer off the mark for Jakaya Palmer. Blaine able to swarm, get the rebound, and there's Miles.
Hey,
driving, getting the contact.
She's all over the place.
She will go to the line to shoot 2. Now they do have a couple 3 freshmen, 4 freshmen on the varsity JV roster. We have not seen any of those 4 young ladies playing in tonight's contest. Shania Horton right back on the floor for the Cardinals. Miles adds to her collection of points, all from the free throw line. Able to get the roll and get them both this time.
She has half a dozen.
McGrain right side, Cooper into the post, and Horton had it ripped away by a flock of Bengals. As they collapse, they have moved, in my opinion, somewhat educated, but not all that much in the ways of basketball. But in my opinion, the Bengals have really moved well in that zone, in that half-court defense. Jansen at the other end misses the layup. Cooper back the other way for the Cardinals. That shot was blocked. Recovered by Rikuski. Rikuski is fouled by Cooper. That'll be her 4th.
2:45 remaining in this one. Bengals with a healthy lead.
Natalie Ryda checking in. Well, okay, I guess this is just the way we roll, because now we have assessed a tech foul on Rochelle Cooper. That'll be her 5th, and I think it was just for looking very disappointed in the call. I didn't see her, again, say a single word.
I don't understand that. You can't call it technical for a look. And, I don't get it.
I mean, there was no slamming of a basketball either way. There were no loud exclamations of profanity. There were no gestures of an inappropriate nature from either of them. And she may have said something. I mean, there you see it where she gets teed up down at the bottom, but she will watch the rest of the way. 2:45 remaining. Kusky missed the first couple, but hit that one. And so when the clock resumes, it will stay running. Now that we're over the 35-point threshold. So Rakuski hits 2 of 4. And the Bengals, a lot of their points in the second half have come from the free throw line.
Yep.
And the Bengals with the ball, a 36-point lead, on their way to a 3-0 start. Basket underneath for Ellie Beckman. She's fresh on the floor. Took a hard knock too, but didn't get the extra opportunity.
But she got the bucket.
Porish for 3. That won't go. Horton hustling for it, can't get to it. Last touch though by the Bengals. Three-pointer is short from McGreen, well boxed out by Earhart, who has the rebound. Cummings ahead. Miles will give it back to her. Into the corner, Miles pass.
Nobody there.
Little miscommunication. Porish on the turnover, back the other way. Porish for 3. Won't go. Rebound Bengals. Beckman looks for help. Finds it in Cummings. She'll get into the front court and set up left wing. Up top, Beckman. Right side for Ryda. Ryda drives. She gets the foul and will go to the line to shoot 2. And that'll pretty much take us to the end of the contest.
Yeah, pretty close.
I'd be surprised if there's time left. How long it seems to take for sometimes to double check the pressure of the ball, bounce it 3 times.
Get a gauge out. Oh yeah, it's right there.
I know there is actually a time limit.
Yeah.
But you know, sometimes it's the referees checking every single person standing in the lane. Natalie Ryda able to hit both. And then the lead is 40. Down to the final 15. A better second half.
That is for sure.
Although the Bengals did score more in the second half. Getting the roller is Aubrey Casper just before the buzzer sounds, but very similar to score to their season opener against Andover. A lopsided loss for the Cardinals here against the Bengals.
Now 72-35 against Andover. Now 70-32 here. Cards drop to 0-2. Bengals will move to 3-0. And Cardinals will just take some of the positive things. I thought the defense at times played really well. I thought they really troubled the Bengals at times in getting into their flow and getting into their offense. But in the end, obviously, the more experienced team won this game. And it's going to be growing pains for this Cardinal squad as the season continues.
Yeah, the first half of the second half, best part of basketball for the home team.
Yep.
Bengals really controlled the entirety of half number one, and we talk about it a lot. Especially when you're young, you're a little inexperienced. You are definitely not built to dig out of big holes. So the mission for this team and the real challenge will be keeping games close as long as possible. And they do that by playing defense the way that they did in the first part of that second half.
Yeah, and it's a smothering type of defense. And again, it frustrated Blaine at times, and it caused them to turn the ball over. And unfortunately, the Cardinals just couldn't get their offense going the way they wanted to. And that's why the score is 70-32 at the end.
Busy week for us here at CTN. We'll be right back in this building on Thursday for the boys basketball team's home opener when they host New Prague. The season opener for the wrestling team going against arch rival Anoka on Friday night. We'll see the girls hockey team next Tuesday on the road at Osseo Park Center. But that is going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. To the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying good night.